So it's raining outside, and Mr. CJ, as you can see, is doing a bit of a bathing response. Right now he's upset because he sees the camera. But let me see if I can get him to bathe again. I filmed this just a second ago on my phone, and he was all good. Alright, so notice I'm spraying kind of far away from him, and I'm letting him walk into the mist on his own. Yeah. I'm spraying upwards so that it falls like rainfall. And he gets to decide whether or not he wants to take a bath. So I try to only spray the spray bottle around him when he's doing this bathing response, which usually happens when it's raining outside. It's May in Florida right now, so it's rainy season and it is raining a lot. So he's getting a lot of opportunities to do this. My hand is getting tired, so let me switch. But yeah, you never want bathing to be something forced or scary for these birds, because this is something that they're supposed to enjoy as much as possible. I actually just went through this entire spray bottle. I filled this up with water. This was a free gift from our local aviary during their anniversary sale, but I just emptied it out, rinsed it, filled it with water, and yeah, and he seems to really like it. So his last owner said that he wasn't fond of bathing, and I think most of what that was is that CJ didn't want a bath when his last owner offered them, and the owner kept going even though CJ really didn't want to bathe. So, like I said, I try to only spray that spray bottle when he's doing a bathing response to the rain outside, so that way he really strongly associates it with baths. I don't know his past history. I don't know if he ever had someone use a spray bottle as punishment. Any of you watching, if you use a spray bottle as punishment, please, please, please don't. Baths are something that they really need, that they're supposed to enjoy, and it's very confusing for them to see water as something scary and bad one day and then be expected to enjoy bathing the next. And it really does a lot of damage. And if they're not ready, they can also fail to properly prepare their airways to be sprayed with water, and they can breathe some of that mist in and get pneumonia. So please, please, please don't use spray bottles as punishment. It's not very effective either. It's just not a good way to go. If you guys noticed a second ago, he pooped and it was very liquidy looking. That's really normal after a bath. When they bathe, they tend to swallow a lot of water. That's a result of that airway switching over. They close the airway off and they open up their esophagus and they start swallowing all that mist. And as a result, they have a high volume of water going through their system, and then their poops after a bath are going to be very liquidy, getting rid of all that excess water. So if ever you give your bird a bath and suddenly they seem to have diarrhea, don't freak out. Give it a couple hours. If it goes back to normal or starts being more solid in an hour or two, then there's nothing to worry about. It was just from the bath. Yeah! The rain has stopped now. He's still doing a bathing response though. Normally, if I knew him better, yeah, little hunk. If I knew him better, I would be continuing to spray. However, because he's had such bad experiences in the past with his spray bottle, I really, really, really want to make sure that I stop when he still wants to bathe, as opposed to pushing it too far and him being really done with it by the time that I'm done. Kind of like with training, you want the last memory to be something really good and you want to leave them wanting more, as opposed to getting too much. So I'm just going to let him shake out the rest of his bathing behavior here and have a good time. Yeah. Yeah, you done?